Vikings named Josh McCown the quarterback coach. And obviously, Josh McCown has some ties to the boy Drake Maye. Listen, one thing about scouting quarterbacks and stuff like that, we are going to live and die off of the potential. All right. What do I mean by that, man? When it comes to a guy like Drake Maye, you guys know that, in my opinion, man, Drake Maye had the biggest bust factor. But I will say this. If Drake Maye was to come to a team like the Minnesota Vikings, I think it would be a big difference than if he was to go to the New England Patriots. I think we have certain pieces in place that would benefit a rookie quarterback more than a team like the New England Patriots, right? So that always has to play into factor when you're thinking about these quarterbacks. It's about what team are they going to? What does that team have to offer a young quarterback? And obviously Josh McCown, Drake Maye, they were in high school together, as far as Josh McCown being Drake Maye's assistant coach when he played for high school out in Charlotte. Okay, so that right there is a link. Now, I'm not going to say that the Vikings are bringing in Josh McCown and his word is going to be the end all be all where he's like, hey, we need to go get Drake Maye because I have some kind of ties to this kid. But what I will say is, remember this, man. And I've said this multiple times, and it's going to keep being said until Kwesi and KOC aren't the front office of this team. And think about the big word, man. Say it with me, everybody. Collaboration, right? So there's going to be conversations. Now, I know Kwesi, KOC, they had their NFL Combine pressers, and obviously saying, hey, Kirk this, we love Kirk, he's a leader, he's this, that, and the third. And that's what they're expected to say. I knew that's what they were going to say. It's no news for me that they say stuff like that, okay? So the Kirk stands will take that, and they're going to run with that and post that and see, they want Kirk. They're not going to get up there and say, hey, we don't want him, we're moving off of him. They're obviously trying to make sure everything is strategic, right? And they don't want to do him a disservice by not giving him the best opportunity to possibly maximize a contract if he does peak interest with Atlanta or Washington or Denver. You know, they want to make sure like, hey, we really love this guy. Like, this guy's a great locker room guy. He's a great guy. And you would absolutely adore having him on your team because he just gives off that effect. So that right there to me is normal stuff. But what I will say about Drake Maye, man. So Drake Maye was my fourth quarterback on my list. Okay. Now I look at him and I say, man, he had the biggest bust factor, but the potential, man. And I notice with these quarterbacks, it's one thing like this, man. I've been told this before when I played basketball is, you know, it's one thing to have the potential. Like, for example, right? We can see a guy like, for me, it's JJ McCarthy, right? You look at JJ McCarthy and you say, you could see the potential. You see the potential. This is what I mean when I say, you know, a lot of people, a lot of fans, a lot of scouts, we will live and die by the potential, off of the potential, right? Because you'll see a guy and you'll say, hey, the potential's there. Like, that kid has potential, right? That's how I feel about Drake Maye. But the main thing is this. We can feel like that, but how does he feel? Does he know the potential, right? Does he understand his potential? Because I think that's what will separate a good quarterback from a bad quarterback. And think about Patrick Mahomes, man. Nobody believed in him coming into the draft. You feel me? Everybody, oh, he's this, he's off platform, he did that and the third. He understood his potential, though, because you did have people say, there's potential there, but I just don't think that he could be, you know, that guy. And I know Hodges came out and said Drake Maye isn't going to be good. He says Caleb Williams, same thing. But think about this, man. He is famous for pretty much one take that took off, and that's the Johnny Manziel, and he hit that on the head, right? He hit it on the head as far as Johnny Manziel shouldn't have been a number one pick. He wouldn't have even drafted him in the fourth round. He's like a fifth round pick. And he did wind up getting like the Khalil Mack and Javon Clowney pick right too, saying that Mack would be better than Clowney. So he has some pull. You know, I'm not going to discredit him, but what I will say is I see fans, just because he said that, they want to stay far away from it. Listen, he isn't the QB god. Like, at the end of the day, nobody really knows if these guys are going to translate. It's all about trying to be strategic as you can and thinking like, hey, if we put him in our system, what can we do? Can we get the most potential out of this kid? And I'm going to tell you, man, before we go, when I watched the interview with Kevin O'Connell like a month or two ago, and he was asked, I think might have been on PFT, and he was asked, what does he want in a quarterback, or what is his ideal quarterback? To me, watching and listening to that interview, he pretty much told us Vikings fans that he wants a Drake Maye. You feel me? He likes the tall. He said you don't have to be tall, but he likes the tall guys, the guys that can see over the field. He wants somebody like him. Like when I said this, I've been saying this. Drake Maye and Kevin O'Connell look like father and son. All right. It just looks like it's meant to be. That is the type of quarterback I see Kevin O'Connell. That's the type of quarterback I vision Kevin O'Connell going after. And I wouldn't be surprised. Now, you're definitely going to have to make some moves. I know I seen a mock that had Drake Maye falling to 11. We also found out today that Drake Maye isn't going to be throwing at the combine, which I'm not surprised because the other two top guys aren't as well. So he doesn't want to get in that mix. He wants to join the party, which was expected. I called that last night that it wasn't going to happen. And I'm going to tell you right now, man, I think the Vikings, if they can move up, bro. Get them. You know what I mean? Because from what I'm hearing, if the Commanders go quarterback, they're sold on JD5. And I'm thinking the Bears are definitely going to go Caleb Williams. So Drake Maye probably will be that third quarterback. He probably will be that third quarterback when it's all said and done, especially because Hodge came out and said what he said. A lot of those, NFL scouts, they hold his word with so much weight. So they're going to believe it, right? Ever since he got the Johnny Manziel pick right, boy, shit, they believe everything he say damn there, but don't let that sway you away. All right, go get Drake Maye. And I said that, I tweeted this. I want y'all to see this and tell me if I'm tripping. If you get a Drake Maye, you let Kirk walk, bring in a Saquon Barkley. You got the capital to do it. Bring in Saquon Barkley. I say that to say this. Saquon Barkley, barring he stays healthy, could easily have a Christian McCaffrey type season. If the quarterback, the young rookie quarterback in a Drake Maye or whoever we may get, JJ McCarthy, is struggling, right? You can still run your offense through your running back. Saquon Barkley is that type of running back if he can stay healthy. The Giants have done it over and over again, running their offense through Saquon, whether that's throwing him the ball out the backfield or handing him off the ball. He could easily have a season like Christian McCaffrey had, and that would take a ton of pressure off a young quarterback. Y'all let me know how you feel, man. Hey, Josh McCown. Hey, Drake Maye. Drake. Is it linked? Is it going to happen? Is Drake Maye going to be a Viking, man? Is it destiny? Let me know how you feel in the comments. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Holla at your boy.
Yeah. Smooth summer. Who running? I hear them talking, but they ain't gonna do nothing. Celebration, I might have a toast with you.